and good evening, fellow interlopers, and welcome back to No Man's Sky and Gra. We are trying to complete Expedition 5. That's what we're doing. So fingers crossed we'll be able to do that tonight, because we've got to do some expedition-y things. Some missions or something, which I'm not very familiar with, so we'll figure that out, but it's been good. We'll be good. So back to No Man's Sky we are. Anyway, so it's Thursday as well. We've survived. This week seems to have been incredibly long. That's partly because I took a day out yesterday to take my son to Brighton University, because he's doing the university stuff. Okay, he's going around checking out all the universities, and I'm not sure all these visits are helping him at all make his mind up, because everyone we go to, there's something good about it, there's something bad about it, though. It's not really helping, but hey, we got to do it. Next Friday, I'm actually, apologies for the Star Systems viewers, I won't be here on Friday because we are driving to Scotland and back. In fact, I won't be here on Saturday either, so it's going to be a complete disaster streaming wise. Because we're going to Scotland because he wants to go visit a university up in Edinburgh, which is a long way away from here. So anyway, I shall wave to all the people in Edinburgh, by the way, when we're up there. So there we go. That's next week. So anyway, tonight is No Man's Sky, of course. But before we do that, the tradition demands, of course, that we say hello to everybody on the stream. Right, so who's first? Looks like Paddy McGinty, 07. Good to see you, Paddy McGinty. Commander Sonak is here. Insect Royalty is here. Cadman 100 is. Shiny Red Flag is waving his shiny red flag, which is excellent. Robbie the Rocket is here. Commander Tragic Blue 21 is here. Haunted Loaf is here. Winter Mute GB is here. Of course. He needs to change his name to of course. DJ Scribby is here. Beat SB Kizzy Nick is here. Excellent. The Shadow Wyvern is here. Excellent. The Arrakis is here. Hoping not to be crushed under the jackboots of the Harkonnens. Big Boo is here. Always good to hear you, Big Boo. Thank you very much, by the way. Big Boo has sent me through the wonders of the snail mail. How many of those of you do? Is this? We have X Superbox, so this is a retro stream thing, but we may be trying that in the near future. So thank you very much for that, Big Boo. Much appreciated. I mean, it's so cool when people on the stream send me games to play. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, does it? That's good. JP Biggs is here. Julia's here. Hello, Julia. Good to see you. Commander Duskthorn is here. Mad Monksoft is here as well, and the Mother Fig is here as well. So welcome one and welcome all, of course, back to the amazingness that is No Man's Sky. And so here I am standing in the space station, actually. No, thank you very much, Big. I really did appreciate that. It was really you colluded with my wife, which is all very, very suspicious. So Big Boo went out of his way. Actually, he was very, very kind. He went out of his way to because he has met my wife, actually. So so it's all okay. Went out of his way to collude with my wife to send me this package, so I didn't know it was coming, but she did, if that made sense. So I got a nice surprise, and my wife got a good giggle out of it. So that was quite good. And Big Boo is just a good guy. So he sent me computer games, which is good. And a few people actually sent me some games on Steam as well. That's been very kind. So I really do appreciate you guys just giving me free games. I mean, what's better than that? That's very, very cool, and we will do our best. We've got so many games to work through over the time, so there we go. But it's very, very cool, and we need these games, don't we, dear? I mean, the world, dear, oh dear, the world is in a place. Oh dear, I try not to watch too much of the news now because it's just too depressing. So let's just lose ourselves. That's the whole point of these games. Yes, that's right. Crimson Broom is here. 07 Drew. Yeah, good to see you, Crimson Broom. Thank you very much for the subscription. I appreciate that. That's really, really cool. Back in the day when conventions were a thing, yes. Well, hopefully they'll come back. But I haven't heard much about them recently. I need to do some research. Paddy McGinty says all the while you were too busy flirting with Rachel, Big Boo was flirting with my wife. That's what happens. Yeah, space games do that too. Andy P is here. Gradru, hoping to get to watch this as a no power here. Oh no, Derbyshire. Been off since 2 p.m, so watching on battery laptop with Wi-Fi hotspot from the phone. Fingers crossed you don't run out of juice. Oh, I do appreciate that. Oh, I hope power comes back on. That's miserable. That's not good at all. But there we go. Right, so where are we? What am I doing? I can't remember. Why isn't it working? There we go. Click into the game. There we go. Right. So fingers crossed. We are streaming and we're moving around. Okay. So last week we had done most of the expedition, I think. So phase 1 was complete. Phase 2 was complete. Phase 3 was complete. The cake. Yeah. Phase 4 was complete. Phase 5, we got everywhere. The only thing we hadn't done is this famous explorer thing, which means we can't finish. And we've got to do this one. This one's a bit of an odd one, isn't it? Because normally these are quite well paced, but this one is like you've got to do 16 missions, and I've only done 2. I think I've got 1 loaded. So what I was going to do is I wasn't going to try and aggressively do this, if that makes sense. So I just kind of let's go with it and see if the game will lead us through stuff, rather than try and grind it horribly, because I don't like grinding. And I kind of just like going with the flow. But that's the mission we've got to do. And I think I've picked up a mission here where I need to take a picture of something. I think that counts. So so I went to the dude over here. This one. Oh, crunch into the table. I think it's this guy over here. Yeah, and he said, now exploration missions. So I can't do this one because I'm not the right standing. This is the one I picked up, and I think it's an exploration mission. I don't think any of these count, if I'm correct. They don't count as exploration missions. That's how I'm reading it. So tell me if I'm wrong, because you can travel to another system and collect some more. No, they don't count. Okay, so I didn't think that. I think this one does. So it's already telling me that I need to go into another exploration opportunity detected. That's a new one. Emergency broadcast receiver. Oh, now it's gone back to that one. Novel Beauty. Okay, so I think that's the right mission. Is that where's my ship, by the way? Oh, I parked it at the back. That's all right. Okay, so let's see if this one, because this one just requires us to go to another. Oh, we're in third person, of course, aren't we? I've forgotten that. Third person spaceship. Let's fly around in third person for it, because this was a new feature somebody helped me turn on at the end of last week, which is quite cool. So we need to go to another locale. There we go. There's an opportunity. So I quite like the way it tells you that you have to go to a particular place. So I think the mission is just to literally take a picture on a volcanic planet. So that's pretty straightforward, isn't it? So let's go there. It's got some weird engines, this ship. They're kind of the back engines are at right angles. Well, not quite right angles. They're sort of offset, aren't they? As if they're, I don't know what they. It's got one at the back there, one big engine at the back. But the 2 other engines, I do like those freighters. Oh, there's a battle. No, we don't want to. No, we don't. We're not interested. Sorry, we're not in a good mood for battles today. Yeah, so third person is nice while looking around, but not so great in combat, not being able to see the space radar. Yeah. Isn't it funny how everything sounds so much more cool with the word space in front of it? Space T, of course, that rhymes. Oh, they're shooting at me. I mean, I didn't do anything. Right, actually, this isn't gonna. Oh, this is hard. This is harder to fly, like you say, because I can't see. Oh, that feels really off. Trying to fly like this. Feels very non-intuitive. Okay, there's a volcanic planet. That's where I want to go. But presumably I can't engage the pulse drive because. Oh no, I can. Okay, well that'll do. Yeah, so I might come out of third person view actually, if that's alright, because if I can figure out how to do it. Where was it again? Summon the space anomaly. Utilities. There we go. Switch starship view. There we go. Let's get back inside. I think I prefer being inside the spaceship actually. I enjoyed doing some of these when I was new to the game, and I got to see some lovely views I would have probably missed otherwise. I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? Is just to kind of go with it and not try and. We'll see how it goes. Reservoir Dog is here. Hello, Reservoir Dog. Shadow Wyvern says, apologies if I didn't leave a kettle in that way. I think it's just a shack. This now says Planet Volcanicio Albacito. That sounds... Is that just a ship? No, it's just a ship. Go away. Sorry, dude. We haven't got time. We're on a mission. Julia's just got a smiley face. Thank you, Julia. Is that the third person? Yeah, I prefer being inside the ship, I have to say. I don't mind so much on foot. Okay, that kind of does look a bit volcanic now. Speak to the captain, my assistance will be rewarded. No, that's okay, well, I've already got myself a freighter. It's all good. Doodle-doo. Right. Oh, look at those. Well, it's a proper volcanic planet. It's got volcanoes and everything. Now these things erupt every so often, don't they? Oh, there's a base down there. Can I land at it? Oh, it's got a landing pad. That saves me a bit of grief. Okay, so there we go. We're on a mission from God. It's 106 miles to Chicago. It's dark, and I'm wearing sunglasses. Now I can't see anything. Hit it. Is it hit it or step on it? I can't remember. I've got to watch that film again actually. So it's hit it. I can't remember. Dear. All right, that was quite funny. Right, so on this volcanic planet there are small deer, which is nice. Okay, so this is a volcanic. Well, that there we go. That's a pretty good place to take a view, right next to an active volcano. Yep. As he says, active volcano, volcano erupts. That's actually. I'm not sure this is a very safe place to stand, but that was quite cool. That was good timing, wasn't it? Thank you, Dendo. Yeah, that was good timing. Right, so hang on a minute. Oh, now the Sentinel's about as well. Oh, where are they? I haven't done anything. I'm just literally standing here. Right, hang on. Take a photo. There we go. Move sun. Oh. How does that work then? F move sun. Oh, that was a bit weird. Right, I need to actually take the Q and E is change height. There we go. Yeah, so I can go forwards and backwards. There's me, my spaceship. Yep, that's cool. Can I get me in the spaceship? I kind of want that down there, don't I? Okay. Kind of. Looks a bit. I can't get me and the the volcano in at the same time. Okay, so what does move? Oh, it sort of moves the sun. How does that? Oh, okay. Oh, it moves the sun into different. Oh, that's quite clever. So you can adjust the time of day for when you and it jumps back to wherever you want. Okay, well, that's quite cool. What else was there? There was. Oop, that was the wrong button. There was also some special effects. What does that do? Oh, you can add. Okay. So you can play around with some pretend photographic settings. Well, that's quite cool. Okay. Oh, keep pressing the wrong button. X. Okay, so that's a bit of a moody shot, but there we go. How about that? There we go. And take screenshot. There we go. Right. Okay. Return to the mission agent. I think that counts. Okay. Fair enough. That was a... Sorry. The best police chase in the film ever. It was, wasn't it? All those cars being crashed in Chicago. We play both types here, country and western. That is such a good line. What kind of music do you play here? We play both types, country and western. Murph and the Magic Tones, yes. That's the one where they only know one country and western song, isn't it? Which is Rawhide. That was quite cool. Right, so country and western, yeah. Never seen this. I'm still impressed the game can do this to me after this. Yeah, it's one of the things that No Man's Sky is so good at. There are things in it that I haven't seen yet, and I've been playing it for weeks and weeks and weeks on end now, and it still never fails to impress. Oh, I can just go to that mission agent, can I? Okay, well that's quite cool. The good old boys. That's right. Stand by, old man. That's right. No Man's Sky is much nicer cockpits than ED are, don't they? I think they are very. I mean, I like them. Oh. Hang on. I've got to refuel my ship. It's run out of fuel again. It's about as efficient. No, Starship. It's about as efficient as my my Golf. Keeps running out of fuel. There we go. No, just buzz off. Here's the thing. Here's the one thing about the HUD in this game that I don't like. Okay, is that the scanner, the 3D scanner, gets blotted out by other messages. I don't want I want that to be on an auxiliary screen. I don't want incoming hail to blank out my entire navigational system. So that to me is a bug, but that's just a matter of opinion, I think. No, I do like the HUDs in here. I think they're very sci-fi, very futuristic and various other bits. So there is information on here. You can see the controls and everything else. There's a good view around. They're just as functional. So yeah, no, I like them. I think they're quite good. You don't have those menus on the side where you can select navigation points and things, but the interface, if you like, is smarter. You just basically point your ship at an object of interest, and it knows what to do. Which actually, in the far distant future, all these spaceships exist in, makes more sense. One of the things that I always find a bit weird about sci-fi spaceships in general, particularly in computer games, is they actually have less automation than cars and airplanes do today. So things like in this game, here's the this is a really good example. Okay, so where's the entrance? In the far future, it seems totally logical to me that a complicated thing like a spaceship, I can't find the entrance, would be hugely automated. Where is the entrance to it? Is that it up there? I assume that was a rocket. Is that the entrance? No, surely that's not the entrance. No, that's just... There it is, there. The docking would be automated. Okay, so look, you just fly straight into the thing, and the computer goes, yeah, you want to dock. Okay, so I'll do it. Right? So that makes total sense to me, that computers and spacecraft in the system would make things like that really, really easy to do. And computers would have autopilots, and computers would have, ships would have autopilots, all that sort of thing. Whereas a lot of space games, everything's really manual. It's like you have to be a qualified space pilot to fly a spaceship, whereas actually, and I know you have to kind of be qualified to drive a car and so forth nowadays, but I don't know. I just assume in the future everything would be really easy, the computer would just figure it out for you. Go, and maybe it'd be, I suppose, if you take that argument ad absurdum, then what's the point of having a spaceship at all? Because you don't need to go anywhere. But it's a bit of a tricky one. I don't know. I just what will the right? So how do I hand my mission in? I'm not quite sure. Did I have an option there? Ah, okay. Right. Hand in mission. There we go. I must have done something wrong. I do prefer the ED interiors, but neither have anything. I mean, no. Star Systems is in a complete league of its own because the entire inside of the ship is interactable. Elite's sort of a halfway house, isn't it? With the sort of the menus. I like the menus in Elite actually. The fact that you can interact with things and select things, but it was quite elegant a few years ago, but nowadays there's so many tabs. It's like a Google Chrome browser that's got too many tabs open. This is way too complicated to navigate now, with too much information being displayed on it. Okay, so that was that one. Whereas I suppose inside No Man's Sky you don't tend to interact with the inside of the ship very much, do you? Because the reticle is smart, it knows what to do, so you just point it at whatever you need to do and it figures it out, which sounds to me like a much better designed spaceship. Okay, so is there anything here that's actually... So these are all GEC missions, they're not exploration missions, are they? Haunted Leif, in terms of realism, it's surprising that you're even allowed to pilot your ship manually in space. It was exactly because, I mean, if you're incompetent, you'll crash and cause a lot of damage, won't you? Have I seen the show Another Life? A spaceship on that is entirely AI controlled and they don't pilot it. I haven't. No, I have to watch that. But yeah, so that's how a spaceship in the future would work. Let's be honest. I mean, it wouldn't allow. You wouldn't have a joystick in a spaceship in the future. I don't think, unless you've got some sort of law justification, like Battlestar Galactica, for example, where AI is banned and these sort of things, and high levels of automation are in fact banned. You may have to take a GEC mission to clear the board. So I imagine racing models would, but be highly restricted to specific locations. Yeah, so I suppose some sort of special retro kind of craft might exist, just because it's fun to fly a ship with a joystick for recreational purposes. But any spaceship that had a serious agenda would it just wouldn't. I don't think. You need 2 GEC standing to get Explorer missions. Okay, so we need to do a GEC mission to get the other missions. I can see why people got a bit frustrated with this part of the game, because it's a little bit too worky, isn't it? So kill the 12 creatures. Let's okay. Let's go do some shooting. Okay, so that mission's running, is it? Thin the herd and cull some creatures. So that just means presumably we go down to a planet and just slaughter things. Because that's okay, isn't it? Okay, so, and the other thing I also think of that would be the case is you wouldn't have to worry about G-forces and atmospheres and things like that, because the spaceships of the future would be so smart, they would figure all that sort of stuff out for you. And in very much the way that cars now are disconnecting you from the process of driving. So for a long time we've had fly-by-wire throttles in cars. So when you put your foot down on the accelerator pedal, you're not actually opening any levers in the engine yourself by means of a cable like my old cars. You're just sending instructions to a computer, and it is then responding to that. Oh, there's a crashed freighter. Let's just land over here. Let's see what we can kill. Oh, nice landing, computer. Right, is there anything alive on this planet that needs... There's something up there. Let's go shoot stuff. Right. Z. No. It's G, isn't it? G for gun. What have I got? I've got a blaze javelin. Where did it go? Oh, there it is, up on the hill. Oh, it's bounced off. Don't think it's very happy about that. I think it ran away. Oh no, there it is. I don't think it's very happy about that. Killed one. There we go. Hang on. The chat's gone. Moving off. Inertia dampeners. Yeah, that's right. Cat herding is hard. I've spent the entire afternoon with my XGP app crashing and can't seem to fix it. So I'm going to hide in here with you guys. That's okay. Welcome. Take refuge from your XGP app. Nemesis Skyship's a kind of computer automated user input mix. Yeah, so it's doing stuff to make the game fun, isn't it? Whereas games like Elite Dangerous are more realistic in terms of how spaceships actually move. Well, yes and no, because Elite Dangerous it does odd things like the engines are on and the speed stays constant and stuff like that. So it's not really realistic. There is 6 degrees of freedom, which I do like. And the fact that the ships yaw and things, but actually, Elite Dangerous is less realistic than things like Star Citizen in many ways, because the yaw in Elite Dangerous is deliberately nerfed to make the game more fun to fly, which I do agree with. Realistic. No, I'll agree to disagree on that one because it isn't. Kerbal Space Program is probably the most realistic, and that one takes a few shortcuts. This one does not like being shot at, does it? He says I'm dead. But they all have different elements, and I know why Elite Dangerous did its flight model, because it's probably the most fun of all the flight models, and satisfying when you get right, and it does allow for player-to-player combat and interesting things to happen. So that, from a game perspective, that is a good thing. But realism, you have to go for things like Kerbal Space Program or something like that, because it's actually now we've got javelin. So now we've got some of those sentinels around. So it's all a mix. It's all a mix. Depends what you're trying to do. Murderer, I know. No Man's Sky flying is arcade, yes. So yeah, that is definitely true. I haven't, in this game, the space travel, I haven't really found, the space combat, I haven't really found much of a challenge. I've always won, which I shouldn't, because I'm not actually very good at space combat. So we've got Thin the Herders done. I just basically just got to shoot things, okay, until we. Well, there's one there. I think I might have to kill this sentinel. There we go. Right away. Killing things on the way. It's just wrong. Shouldn't be going around murdering poor little critters. So I think Star Citizen actually has, of all the space games I've played, has the most sort of realistic space handling. In the sense you've got full yaw, you've got full pitch, you've got full roll, if you want it. Elite has its yaw nerfed a bit, but I think that makes it more fun to fly. So there is some weird stuff going on in that regard. And in the I suppose in the the background, I mean, Elite is fly-by-wire. It's the computer that limits your manoeuvres and the speed, not the physics. Yeah, but it doesn't look like that. That's the problem. If you put an Elite spaceship to full throttle, um, it will go to a set speed. Oh, now my weapon's run out of puff. And it will stay there, but its engines will still be on. And you can see the exhaust plume coming out of the back. That isn't right. So there's something not quite correct there from a realism perspective. I don't know. I haven't tried it. Does it do it on flight assist off? I haven't tried. I can't remember now. So if you have flight assist off and you're at maximum speed, does the engine thrust disappear? Is that what happens? And EDE has got that blue zone, hasn't it, where you can manoeuvre better, which doesn't really make any sense either, because your ship should be able to roll and pitch at its maximum speed at any time. It's space. It's a vacuum. There's nothing stopping you. So a lot of that stuff doesn't make any sense. It's just there to make the game fun to play, which I get. That is important stuff. I've only got to kill 2 more poor little critters, and then we're good. So I mean, is it hidden behind a computer? Maybe it is. I mean, that's a reasonable explanation, isn't it? And thinking about Star Citizen, that's got a top speed that is definitely limited by a computer to make things, but it does have GeForce stuff, and I know Elite has GeForces as well. That's quite satisfying, shooting them through the bushes like that. Actually, there we go. We've culled the herd. Right, where's the spaceship? I've lost it. Oh, there it is. It's just behind me. So things like that. It's a choice. And I think you have to do that to make the games fun to play, because they tried it with earlier versions of Elite. Actually, if you look at Frontier Elite 2 and Frontier First Encounters, they tried to go full Newtonian on those. And while that was interesting, and particularly for those of you who understood how Newtonian mechanics kind of did work, it was very interesting to see your ship, and you could do gravitational slingshot maneuvers and all sorts of cool stuff like that. But it was really, really boring for space combat. You could make it interesting, and a few people now know how to do it. But for your average player, oh no, I'm out of launch fuel. No, I'm gonna have to. Can I craft some? No, because I've got no space. Oh, disaster. Right, what can I get rid of here? Chewy wires. Chewy wires. Well, I can eat those. Let's do that then. Right, can I actually make some fuel for my ship? Oh dear. What do I need? Starship launch fuel. Got dihydrogen plate. I need some metal plating. That shouldn't be too difficult to make. Although I haven't got any ferrite dust. How can I not have any ferrets? I'm stranded. I've stranded myself on this planet. Oh, hang on. Let's analyse it. Right, that'll do. No, what am I doing? Oh, I've got an angry sentinel about as well. Ah dear. Right, I've got some ferrets. What the heck is a rattle spine? I've got all sorts of junk in here that I don't need. Yeah, the real reason is 80s Elite was roll and pitch only. There wasn't any. Well, that's exactly it. That's how the game worked. It was airplanes in space. That's the trope. I've got lots of stuff here meaty chunks. I don't need them, do I? And raw steak. Right, let's just dump them, because there's no point. Right, have I got enough? Okay, I actually need 50. Well, now I've got blizzards going. The game's conspiring against me. No, hang on, I've got to scan this. Otherwise, I just need a whole bunch of ferret dust. Come on, give me some ferrets. Sorry, there will be a slight delay while Drew fixes his spaceship. I thought I should have bought some uranium, shouldn't I? Oh, here comes the. Right. Okay. So I've got lots of ferrets now. I've also got to get rid of some other stuff. Let's get rid of this one. Right, craft a product. There we go. Now I still need some space. Hey, I don't need any salt. Let's get rid of the salt. Let us create a launch fuel. There we go. Right, and I can stick that in the spaceship. There we go. Right. Oh, I've just jumped out of my spaceship into the freezing cold. I didn't want to do that. So yeah, I've always found, it doesn't bother me in No Man's Sky the realism or not realism thing, because it makes no pretense to be real. No Man's Sky is set in a fictional procedural generated universe, which actually, as we've all worked out, is just a procedurally generated. It's not real. Actually the universe that we're exploring turns out not to be real anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's kind of the Matrix. Slight spoilers. Okay, so I've got to go back to a space station, surely. Why is the space station not showing up? The universe of No Man's Sky can be as totally wacky and far out there as it doesn't matter, because there it is up there. Because it's a fictional, it's a fictional thing. But Elite, plays on its realism. So that's quite funny, in a sense that on one hand you have to have real realism, i.e. real stars, real planets, no anti-gravity tech. There's a big one in Elite Universe, and but on the flip side you have to accept things like hyperspace, which is impossible. Lasers where there's only a 3 kilometre range to the weapons, which is wrong. That's impossible. The frame shift drive it might be possible, I suppose, with high advanced thing. You've also got spaceships that can ram into other spaceships at hundreds of meters per second, and the pilot survives. It's not realistic. It just isn't. And things like the one of the worst ones is what's telepresence, which works halfway across the galaxy somehow. But you can't communicate to the system next door to you for reasons, things like that. It's super realistic on one plane and just totally not realistic on another. There we go. So we got that one. So is he happy? So actually, that other mission that I did didn't tick my counter forward at all. So that hasn't gone very well. I thought that photography mission. Why didn't I not been credited for the photography mission? Why not handed them in properly? Oh, there we go. I hadn't handed it in. That's why. Did that give me a? Is that now giving me a? Oh, I've got 3 of 6. Okay, so that does make sense. So there is realism and then there isn't. It's like I'm not quite sure how it works. Now I need. So there's nothing here that actually allows me to get exploration, is there? So Magnapants. Magnapants. And the realism, and carriers and outposts don't have gravity because they don't spin, because there is no artificial gravity in the universe, and yet somehow everybody can walk around naturally. And don't start me on mag boots, okay? I've already had an argument with somebody on Twitter, because you do, basically saying, yes, you can run in mag boots. No, you can't. Magnetism is not a substitute for gravity, all right? You try and run in mag boots, you will hurt yourself really badly. Your ankles will snap, basically. So the stuff that you see in Elite on the carriers and on the outposts where there is no gravity isn't possible. It just isn't. And that's before you get to liquid staying in glasses and all that sort of thing. So it doesn't make sense. It's not realistic, and you can kind of just look past that and go, it's a game. But if you make a big play about your realism, you've got to stick with it, and they didn't. So that's a bit weird. Whereas No Man's Sky doesn't try to be a realistic, so it's actually more believable. Whereas and Star System wisely goes with the standard trope that we've managed to invent some artificial gravity technology which always works because that makes things easier, which I think is wiser actually. So mag boots are like being a balloon tied to two metal weights that are trying to move around regularly. Yeah, you see, you can't run in mag boots because you have to physically make contact each time. The moment if you drift off, i.e. your feet aren't connected, you've got no leverage. You've got nothing at all. And nothing will bring you back down to the surface. Magnetism doesn't work like gravity. It can help you stomp forward, clunk, 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 clunk like that. But you can't run. Because you haven't got the rest of your body doesn't have any weight, so your inertia will be all over the place. It'll just be a mess. Okay, it's one of my big bugbears, along with Imperial Couriers and various other bits and pieces. You can't run in mag boots. It doesn't work. You will break your ankles really fast. That's exactly what will happen. Right, we're not moving forward very fast here. So there aren't any missions available here. So that's the thing with magnetism. Okay, it works, but but only at very close range. I mean, if you have magnets that are very, very super strong to operate at a longer distance, then as you get close, they're going to be insane. And having really, really, really strong magnets capable of doing that on a spaceship isn't a good idea, okay? Because vast amounts of electromagnetism going on around you, those sort of strengths is not healthy either. There's a reason that you don't you don't sit still inside MRI scanners for long periods of time, okay? And you couldn't have any metal objects on you, well, at least ferrous metal objects. So magnetism will help a bit in space with magnetic boots, but it's not a substitute for gravity. Oh, don't get me started on de-throttling, no. So personally, I don't mind the hand waving because realism gets in the way. Well, I tend to agree with you, Soul Shiny. The trick is to not, if you're going to start down the direction of realism, you've kind of got to stick with it. You can't just sort of chop and change halfway around. That sort of stuff annoys me, and that's one of my biggest whinges about Elite, was that it chopped and changed, and that's just means your vision isn't clear for what you're trying to do. Whereas in No Man's Sky, we haven't got to worry about any of that sort of stuff because it's space fantasy. Right, I'm going to go somewhere else. Where do we suggest we go in order to get some exploration missions? Because Destination Galactic Core. I suppose you could just head off that way. Let's just go to another system. Let's get away from here. Let's just try something else. Basically EMP your ship while walking about. Yeah. Corvax is where we need to go to. Okay, I'm not sure where I went. I just randomly hyperspaced here. Magboots would mean you could walk on the ceiling. Yeah, see that's the thing. If you're in a zero-G environment, your magboots should be able to walk up the walls and the ceiling. It makes me chuckle a bit with the fleet carriers where you sit down. Because to what end? Why do you need to sit down in a zero-G environment? What does that even mean? Why can't I just clip my mag boots to the ceiling? Because that would be fun. So it's a lack of continuous vision for what they're trying to do. They made the decision early on that there wouldn't be any artificial gravity, and then there is. Because it was complicated to code anything in zero-G, which we could have told them that at the beginning. Why didn't you just have artificial gravity like everybody else does in every single space franchise pretty much ever, apart from The Expanse? I don't know. Yeah, so a ship designed to be traversed with magma shouldn't be restricted to 2D. It's not a normal spaceship. I've been wrestling with this actually in my own sci-fi opera, which I'm writing at the moment. And the way I've resolved it is that basically ships are designed to operate in two modes. So ships are designed to operate in thrust mode, where they're designed to thrust at 1G. So that all the time the engines are on, you've got 1G acceleration, which means that your ship is effectively like a skyscraper with the engines at the bottom, the bridge at the top, and everything in between is narrow, but lots and lots and lots and lots of decks. So unlike, let's say, the Starship Enterprise, which is laid out like a normal kind of, sort of Earth-based liner or battleship or something like that, with horizontal decks. In my universe that I've designed, the spaceships are actually like skyscrapers. They are vertical structures from the perspective of everybody on board them, because the ships are designed to operate under 1G thrust at all times, except for when they're docking. And so you basically have a 0G protocol that you have to go into when you're docking, and then because I've decided there's not going to be any anti-gravity in my universe, which is easy for me because I'm not writing a computer game. So I can get away with it because I'm just writing a book. And the space stations have rotating sections, classic sci-fi trope, obviously, to give a feel of pseudo-gravity on board the space station. But the ships operate under 1G acceleration, so you get, as far as the people are concerned on board, it feels very, very normal. You don't need mag boots or anything in that scenario because you actually have acceleration, which you can't distinguish between acceleration and gravity if you know your physics. So that, in my head, is a much more realistic way of dealing with that particular problem. Right, anyway, physics lecture over, sorry about that. Back to this. Right, okay, so what have we got here? We've got an explorer's mission. Excellent, well that's good. Scan some minerals. Okay. Alright, let's go scan some minerals then. I know streamers like I am lucky like that. Streamers like randomly finding a callback system. I just didn't even try to select that, and it selected it. Oh, so hang on. Sell the meat and also the bones. Analyze the geos to clear the space. That is very good advice. Let's go do that. Right. So sell the meat and things. I think I've got rid of quite a lot of that actually. So sell the bones, yes. I don't think I need any of that. I'll analyse those. I don't need a Caramel's Nightmare. That doesn't sound very nice, does it? That stuff. Okay. Starship inventory. So I don't need the gold. That doesn't turn up very often. I don't need the silver. Magnetised ferrets. I don't know what a defence duty is. So it'll be a little bit easier in 0G. Collins mag boots would have to support him against Earth's gravity. Sell those anonymous trinkets. Where were they? Anonymous trinkets. Maybe there's peculiar bone fragments. Don't need those. I don't know what those are. All those. Right, there we go. Bubble clusters. Oh, okay, those. Those things. Yeah. Okay, so that's hopefully cleared out a bit of it. What about emerald? Do I need that for anything? I don't think I need that anymore, do I? Chromatic mineral. Oh, that was the green star stuff. Let's just get rid of that. There we go. Okay, so hopefully that has now cleared out quite a bit of space in the old inventory. Yes, it has. That's quite good. The Martian is excellent. Yeah, so The Martian was a really good one. I mean, there were a few flaws in it, but most of the science in that was actually pretty good. I quite enjoyed that. Yeah, that one was, yeah, but staying alive by sciencing the hell out of things. That was really good. The irritating thing is if they seriously considered how magboots will work, they could have put little details as a bonus for people who thought about it. So I mean that's the first thing I did when Odyssey came out. I thought, oh, there's Outpost. They've got 0G. Let's rock over there and find out what that's like. And it was orientated for gravity. It was just like, oh no, that's not right. Why would you have stairs in an outpost in 0G? It makes no logical sense at all. Magnapants, maybe that's the solution. And chairs in 0G are just a waste of space. You'd have, if you had anything, you'd have kind of wall straps, things to kind of lock yourself into on the walls, or maybe in reclining things. Yeah, but chairs make no sense at all. You don't need chairs on a 0G space environment. It's just weird. So, but Elite has moved away from its roots as a semi-serious space sim for a long time now. So I guess that's just the route they've gone. And that decision to not have artificial gravity in the universe, I think, has come back to haunt them, because of course, if you haven't got artificial gravity, then you're in 0G, and then you've got to program for that, which is obviously, I don't think their game engine is capable of doing it, and so they've sort of had to go with, actually there's some sort of weird gravity thing going on. It's mag boots, which we could pick apart as well, but there we go. Never mind. Okay, so I'll repeat the question if I may. I care to recommend your own sci-fi literature as a first purchase. It kind of depends what you like. I mean, obviously I wrote the Elite book. Now, the Elite book that I wrote was very much... sorry, I've just realised I've forgotten what the mission is. What am I supposed to... The Elite book I wrote was very early days Elite. Okay, very early days. So if you like a little bit... It's more hard science fiction now than Elite is today, because I wrote that book back in 2014. So if you like Elite, okay, I'm pretty sure you'll like that book. I mean, it'll be quite familiar, although it's a version of Elite Dangerous, which is now very much superseded. So you'll enjoy that sort of stuff. But from my own work, it depends what you like. Okay, my Shadewood Saga, which is a set of 4 books, which is very much superior in quality in my head anyway to what I did with Elite, because I was able to plot it contiguously from end to end. It's a 4-book series which runs all the way through. It's a complete plot, and it was all designed to be a complete plot, and that is hard science fiction but with a sort of fantasy vibe running through it. There's nothing in there that's actually fantasy. It is all based on hard science fiction, but it's presented from the perspective of people who don't know any science at the outset. So it's all about discovery and figuring things out when you actually don't know what's going on at the start. So a lot of things look like magic, and the characters perceive it as magic because they don't understand what it is. So I would recommend my Shadewood Saga, which obviously you can find on Amazon, if you like my style of writing, which is mostly character based, but has that kind of exploration-y thing going on. So give it a whirl. If you like the first one, Soul Shinery, then you can always move on to the next one. So see how you go. Right, so I'm supposed to be doing a mission here. What am I doing? Not the expedition. I need to be... It's my log, isn't it? That's what I... Right, okay. So scan unique materials. Consult the galaxy map while in space to locate the survey location. Right, so okay, we've got to do that. Galaxy map. Okay, so it doesn't send us very far apart. Right, I need to remember to go to Otaki Tayid, etc. So let's go for warp drive. There we go, log. I like your style of speaking and thinking, so as far as I can see, it doesn't see a reason why I wouldn't like the rest. Okay. Well, the thing with Shadewood is I set myself some rules. I basically said I want to write a sort of science fiction adventure story which isn't the traditional spaceships go pew pew kind of science fiction adventure story, and isn't just Cold War politics in space, which is burned down to death a lot. I wanted to do something a bit different, but I wanted it to be plausible, so it had to be realistic science. So basically I decided that I will not break any laws of physics when I'm writing these series. and I wanted to do something different. So I thought I want to set it on a planet that's very different to Earth. So I set it on a tidally locked planet. Where one side always faces the star and the other side always faces away. Did a lot of research on what life would be like on a planet like that, and then basically wrote the story around that. So the characters live on a planet where it's very, very different to the Earth, and the planet itself and its locale is very important to the story. So there we go. Hopefully that will pique your interest if you haven't read it. So right, what am I keep forgetting? Right, the client has requested mineral scans from a specific planet. Okay, so alright, so do I have to go to this planet? The client has requested scans from a specific planet, so how do I know? This planet. No. How do I know which planet? Oh, is that it there? Right, okay, mineral server, that makes sense. See, this is what's good about this game, is it just tells you how to... Although I'm not always completely clued up as to how the game works, the game always tells you where to go. And in this way, No Man's Sky is way superior to both Elite and Star System, because in both of those games, quite often it's quite easy to get completely lost as to what's going on. Whereas this game will give you a HUD item. Now you might think maybe that's not quite. Look at that valley. That's cool, isn't it? Wow, I like that. So again, this game just chucks in a ooh moment every so often. So that to me is just better game design. Okay, yes, I know the game is holding my hand a bit here, telling me where to go, but look at that as a locale. I've never seen a valley like that before in Star Citizen. That's really cool. Right, so target sweep mode, location service is unavailable at the moment. So it was down here somewhere, wasn't it? What a cool little spot. Right. So the location service isn't available. Yeah. Have I just literally got to scan rocks here? Okay. Let's just find some different rocks here. Just scanning minerals. I like the way it's dropped us in this little yeah, so this is a new locale. I was really surprised when we came out of orbit there and just look, there's some critters. Look at them. I'm going to scan them in it because they just kind of look cool. It's just a really cool place, isn't it? I scan those type. Yeah. Oh, there's a new one. Thing it's doing there is it's stopping. Let's go back to my log. I'm sure there we go. How do I know how well I'm doing, I suppose, is my question. Well, that's one of those poisonous plants. 3 to 5, okay. So I just need one more after that. Is that one there? There we go. Perfect. Is that all I need to do? Normally it tells me I've finished. I'm 70 hours into Scream, but I've never seen about it. No, it's amazing this. This is a lovely little spot. Oh, that was a plant, was it? Oh yes. I hadn't thought of that. That's definitely an organic object. There we go, return to mission agent. What a cool little place though. I've never seen a valley. Yeah, no, that's. Oh, I just trod in that poisonous plant thing. I haven't seen a valley like that before at all. Really, really cool. Time support power. Oh, let's just go back to the ship. We'll be fine. Recommend stainless steel. Yeah, so comedy sci-fi is. I've never tried that, to be honest. I don't think I could be a comedy writer. It's just not my. Look at that. Ooh, what's down there? This is the problem with this game. Hang on, I need to redo my recharge. Life support's running out. There we go. Right, look at the little cave that just makes you want to go down and have a look. You can't help it. There's this massive underground. Okay, so it's top. So then you got. Okay, look at this. Perfect place for a little space base again, isn't it? So, I just love that about No Man's Sky. Just want to have a look around. Right, we mustn't get distracted. Let's get back to the spaceship. There we go. Of course, Planet Story was illustrated by Jim Shadewood. So Shadewood is my favourite series. So Shadewood is definitely my favourite work to date. I'm currently working on a space opera, which is set in the same universe at the same time as the Shadewood novel. So if you want to expand on what happened in Shadewood and find out a bit more about what's going on, to avoid spoilers of explaining what Shadewood's about, then that will be coming. I'm working on that at the moment. Focus, Drew, focus. Yes, exactly right. Hello Games' commitment to continue making No Man's Sky better and free. Yeah, so what I like about this game is that everything they build on top of it, every single time, you can sense that they've got a very, very clear vision for the game of what it is and what they want it to be. And yes, you know, it again, like all space games seem to have, it went through its controversial stage early on. But they just kept their heads down and kept working on it, didn't they? And now it's such an amazing, fantastical space opera kind of environment. And it's so well integrated. All the different game mechanics work together to become more than the sum of their parts. And you can... It's little things like being able to use your jetpack in the space station, which, you know, most games don't allow you to do. Okay, so that doesn't... Yeah, sometimes this glitches, doesn't it? This is a small bug, I think. There we go. It doesn't always recognise that you've got a mission to hand in. There we go. Did that work? Has it credited me? I've done 4 out of 16, so yeah, not doing this very fast, am I? Shadewood Expanded Universe, that's exactly what it is. Dragon Knight's got to go have fun, yeah. Right, okay, so were there any exploration missions? No. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to go back, presumably, to the Corvex place, which we can now do because I can jump back to where it was, if I can remember what it was called. That one, wasn't it? Is that Corvax? Yes. Okay, so we can just jump back there, which is jolly handy. It's a sense of freedom, and that's really important. I don't want things to be constricted. You can't do that. You're not in the right mode. We can't do that because the game, you know, we haven't coded it for that, or you can't do it because reasons. I've never felt the need in Star Citizen or No Man's Sky to do kind of any exploity things, whereas in The Late Dangerous, the only thing I ever grinded for was the Imperial Clipper. No, not the Clipper, the Imperial Cutter, because I wanted one. Okay, because I thought it was the best looking ship in the game. But in order to do that, you just have to stack and stack and stack and stack missions to get it. And it was dreadfully dull. And the same with the engineers. I used to go to, what was that place? Dav's Hope. And I did it properly for a little while, and I just thought this is just taking too long. So I would log out and log into different game modes to respawn all the materials, and then just keep driving around the base. And so there we are. Kill some more critters. Let's go kill some more critters. Okay. A game that forces you, and I'm fairly okay with doing mundane, repetitive things, to be honest. Life is like that. But a game that actually got me to log in and log out and basically exploit it, just reeks of bad game design. And when I saw that I had to do the same in Odyssey to get basic things for my suits, that I should be able to walk into any super future space opera place and just buy off the shelf. It was like, it's just, that's just appallingly bad gameplay, which I just don't want to do. Whereas at least with No Man's Sky, okay, this is probably the close to the grindiest aspect of this expedition that I've ever done. But at least it's getting me to go places and do different things. And I can also, the other thing crucially here is I can complete, this is a weird planet of, are any of these actually alive? I don't know, maybe these won't count. Do these count as alive? Are they life forms? It's a plant, isn't it? So that's not gonna count. I don't think this is the ideal planet to shoot things in it. Well, there is. Oh, can I shoot these things? Ooh. So this is much more grindy than I would expect for No Man's Sky, to be honest. I think if they'd maybe said 3 or 4 missions, that would be okay. I'm surprised they've. Can I shoot them? Oh, they just sort of pop. Okay, that's a bit mean, shooting Chloe spheres, but is there another one about? These planets are really, really weird. They don't look like things I'd risk. I know what you mean. They're kind of Star Trek alien-y things, aren't they? Poof. I think we'll just go around and zap some of these then. There's some over there. Yeah, these things look like they could do bad stuff to you, really, don't they? Maybe they will. They sort of just go pop, which is quite weird. I hadn't even thought you could kill them actually, but you can. They look a bit omnipotent, like they're going to do some weird spacey baddie stuff, transport you to another dimension or something. But they seem to not actually be as tough as they potentially could be. I like these wacky otherworldly planets like this. There's one. I remember the first time I saw these, I was like, oh, what's that? And now it's just like, right, kill. Shoot it. It moves. So this is, dare I say it, not the best demonstration of what No Man's Sky is. I don't think these sort of missions are showing No Man's Sky off to be the best of what it does. This is old school, grindy, collect, shoot kind of gameplay, which is not what No Man's Sky normally provides. And what I'm doing here is I'm shooting the aliens because I have to collect a mission reward, and that's not really what I want to do. Because in the real world, I wouldn't go around shooting creatures just because. That's not really how I'm wired. So it's just that the problem here is that the only exploration missions the game has given me at the moment is to shoot stuff, which if I want to proceed with the game, I have to go and do, which and most of the time No Man's Sky is better than that, to be honest. No Man's Sky is better than this most of the time. So I think this is a bit of a weakness in this expedition, personally, because I think most of the other stuff has been really entertaining, and this isn't so much. This is grindy. This is, dare I say, more like Elite Dangerous, in the sense you've got to do some repetitive task over and over again just to get yourself past a hurdle. And yeah, murdering creatures isn't exploring, is it? So they're not. This isn't peak No Man's Sky by any means. This is. Yeah, and I suppose I could basically say I won't take that sort of mission. I don't want to do any more. So yes, I should portal off the space station, try and do sort of things. But the problem is that the game is, in order for me to complete this, and what's interesting about this, from a game design perspective, okay, we rattled through phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, about a week each, okay. Phase 5 took us a week as well, and this single thing, and I'm probably not being very efficient because I'm going to be, you know, I'm talking to you guys. I'm not being very efficient, right? But yeah, we've managed to do all of this, the rest of this, and chat and muck about and just enjoy, without it feeling tedious. And like, I'm only like 4 in at this point in time. This isn't a good one for No Man's Sky. This particular condition. This is reminding me much more of Elite Dangerous, to be honest, than it is No Man's Sky. So I think it's a shame. I think they've dropped to... The rest of the expedition was huge fun. This one, this particular category here, I think they've dropped the ball on it, to be honest. I'm a bit disappointed because they're usually so much better than this. I think if it was maybe 4 missions, I could kind of say, yep, that's fine. 16 though is just excessive. So, you know, colour me slightly disappointed on that one. You know, and I think they deserve. Okay, so Drew says, Wintermute says, this is why this expedition has been deemed tedious by a number of students. I don't think that's unfair. I just think this is, No Man's Sky is normally much better than this, which is a bit of a shame. So you've got to do 16 of these, which seems a lot. And so, of course, on this planet, I haven't got that many choices. So I'm just having to wait for these poor, peaceful orbs to spawn so I can zap them. I think I need a couple more. So come on, I need. That's right. So. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised. This is the sort of thing you'd have thought as they were looking through it and going, actually, that's going to take us ages to do that. It's going to take players a long time to do those sort of things. I'm surprised they didn't go, actually, no, that's too many. There we go, so we've finished that. So now we can go back to not culling creatures. Where is my spaceship? Over there somewhere. So... it used to be easy to stack mini missions and complete at the same time. Unfortunately, they made it worse sometime last year. So yeah, little game balance like issues like that is is an issue. You don't want to. No Man's Sky has never been grindy, and yet here it is, which is a shame. It's kind of I mean, I do want to finish the expedition because I am a completist, but. We won't do it today, obviously, because of the timing. So I'm going to have to complete that off stream, I think, and maybe just leave one mission for the end. I could call the ship to me. I tend to always walk back to it, and maybe I shouldn't do that. But because it uses a launch thruster, I think, doesn't it? If I do that, it's not too far. There we go. I did it as well. So I should have maybe done it along the way, but. And now we're kind of just literally only just doing that. And plus the reward of this expedition is cool. Okay, so I do want that. I mean, the last one was really good, wasn't it? With the Normandy, that was brilliant. So Canada for the same. This milestone was the last one I completed myself. 4 or 5 would have been enough. They had been improving since the episode. Yeah, so I've enjoyed the expeditions, but yeah, this one, it's too long. It's just too long, and it's a shame because this is exactly the sort of old school grind dynamics that you don't need. It's just padding out a game loop to pad it out. There's no extra content here. It's just go and do lots of things because we the developers have said go do lots of things, which is where No Man's Sky normally excels. And Elite Dangerous was really bad at this because that's kind of almost the only content you had was the grind. But in many places, particularly engineering, whereas No Man's Sky had ingenious things. I could start a new save. It's just I do want to kind of complete. Actually, what is the reward at the end? I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm striving for at this point in time. What is the reward for this? For completing the expedition. Oh, I have got a robot doggo. I mean, I did get that. Oh, what is it? I get another robot dog, do I? Because I've kind of got my robot. I called it a robo doggos, didn't I? But is it different to that one? So I have a problem with killing the creature missions. Yeah, so so I'd rather not kill the creatures because that's not really what I want to do. I mean, I know they're only digital things, right? But it's kind of the principle of the thing, really, isn't it? I've got no issue killing baddie NPCs. Oh no, I don't need the envoy. Is it the next one long? There we go. Let's hand that one in. Oh look, that's a mercenary mission though, isn't it? Okay, hand in mission. Suspicious collection. So scanning materials I don't mind. There's an explorer mission. Let's start that one. Okay. Oh, it's a Sentinel robot. Oh, okay. Well, that's quite cool. Yes, I don't mind doing that. That's quite good. So I'm making progress. I've done 5 now, but it's a lot, isn't it? 16. It seems a lot. Oh, the Sentinel quad pit. Okay, well that's quite cool. I mean, I do want that, so it will be worth doing it. It's just a shame. They're normally much on the ball with that sort of stuff. These developers. If this sort of thing happened in Elite, I wouldn't have batted an eyelid. But in No Man's Sky, it's a bit of a surprise. So there we go. But never mind. It doesn't seem like a lot. It is a lot. It is, isn't it? 16 of these things. And I know the missions aren't outrageously difficult or too complicated, but it's just that, why 16? I mean, is that because the 16 thing is a thing? Maybe. But even so, it's a lot, isn't it? Right, okay, where's my marker? It told me to go to this, there it is. Okay, so this I like, the fact that, okay, the thing that you need to do is over here. I wonder if I'll get a cool valley again down here. It would be nice to have more choice of exploration missions available to you at the exploration vendor. And if the game is going to force you to do a bunch of exploration missions, why can't I pick up 3 or 4 exploration missions in one go? I think someone might have already mentioned it, but is this 16? Yeah, I wondered that. I mean, I haven't dug past that piece of lore yet to find out what that's all about, but I know it's a thing because it shows up. I collected the killing creature missions, did them on the abandoned freighter. Okay, so this planet looks quite nice. Again, look, weird things on the ground. What are those? Not seen these before. Are they? Yeah, they are identified mineral objects. Okay, so I need to get 6 different things. Yeah, quite. That's a plant, obviously. That's a rock. Oh, that's a shame. I thought it was quite a nice planet, but it isn't. It's got radiation. um, There we go, that was easier. Didn't have to go too far. So individual missions aren't too complicated, are they? I mean, they're not. I could probably be a lot more efficient doing this than I am doing it. But, hey, stop chewing on my power cables. You can stack the missions, you just need to take them from another mission board in a different system. Okay, so that's... But that is a little bit of busy work still, isn't it? I do like the way the game tells you where you've got to go, though. That is a nice time saver like that. So just go back to this space station over here, you'll be good. And crucially, it doesn't take me very long to get around, which I also like. I don't mind a bit of space travel. But if I'm doing something slightly grindy, I don't want the travel to get in the way of just getting on with doing the thing. So I want that choice. I want a balance between those two. I think when you're playing NMS normally, if you have something a bit grindy, you might get distracted by other things to break it up. The expedition format, there's time limit. Yeah, so that's another thing, and I kind of get why there's a time limit, but there is a little bit of pressure associated with the fact that I've only got a certain amount of time to do this, and my own play time is quite limited anyway because of life and stuff, which means you do feel like you've got to kind of move around, get things done, rather than just enjoying the process. Okay, so hang on, that didn't allow me to hand in. There we are, hand in missions. There we go. Okay, good. Right, so Explorers Guild, audacious. See that again? Audacious destruction. Level 1 Explorers. That's annoying. I don't want to. I gave the autopilot a workout with that approach. So this is annoying. I don't really want to do kill. And that's not an Explorers Guild mission, really, is it? Killing creatures. That one sounds fun, but that's a level 6 one. And there's no way you can't respawn the mission board, can you? It's a shame. That one. I don't want to do another kill just because I'm kind of complete a list of things. But if I don't do that one, then we just need to keep jumping around till we get a mission that's palatable. Do you know what I mean? That's grindy. That's not good. Teleport to another station. So let's do that. Yep. Let's see if we can find. Because I've done mineral scanning. We've done slaughter the creatures for science. Right, I want another Korvax one, don't I? Which is that one there. Let's try that one. Read the mission info. It might ease my conscience. Oh no, it's just I didn't actually read that. That's fair enough. Hoping for RNG. You've touched upon it there, Shadow One. RNG in its place is good. Okay. A random collection of objects on the surface, procedural generation to randomize content, all those kind of things. RNG has its place, but RNG in the case of just hoping that the mission that you want to have will pop up, I don't like that. Right, okay, so scan minerals. Well, that's better than nothing. Let's go and scan some minerals. But the trouble is, I've done 2 of those already. Is there any other types of mission other than kill things or scan minerals? Because you explore. I mean, I suppose we did one with the camera, didn't we? That was quite good. Let's go scan a few more minerals. Kill sentinels. I don't think I've had kill sentinels. Why are those exploration missions though? I was expecting to have to dig up bones and dig up artifacts and find a stash of copper or something like that. That's what an exploration mission is to me. There we go. Space battle again. I don't want to do that. I want to get. The game is now interrupting me with stuff. Stop shooting at me. I want to go there. It's because I've got enemy ships doing things. And I can't outrun them. So I'm going to have to shoot them down. Why are they attacking me when I'm just a bystander? I've got no idea, but they're going to regret that. See? I told you you'd regret that. There we go. Right. Why does my mouse click so loud? Oh, I've got. I need to buy some new ones. Actually, I need to buy a proper gaming mouse and a proper gaming keyboard. But I've got an old school Microsoft one, which I use for writing, and it's kind of very familiar because I'm a touch typist. Keyboard layout is very important to me to not have to think about typing. So whenever I swap between computers, I get very upset because the keys aren't quite in the same place. I don't know how many of you subscribe to that particular problem. I'm so used to this keyboard that swapping keyboards is painful for me. Yeah, but I should do it because they are a bit clicky and loud. Okay, so right, it's minerals again, isn't it? Oh, okay, so extreme sentinels. So don't shoot anything that you don't have to shoot, Drew. These look like little eggs on the surface. I know they probably aren't eggs, but I was literally only scanning. Why are they attacking me, their little rotters? I hate these sentinels. I'm going to hide behind here. There you go. Because their sentinels are dumb. Except that one has no good spot at me. They're cleverer than they used to be. Oh, so basically this is a prohibited planet. I'm not even... Ow, ow. I'm not even allowed here. No wonder the mission target. Extreme is just basically Daleks. Okay. Excellent. Right, let's scan things and get the heck out of here then. I've got to do 9 on this planet. Oh, that's a bit rotten, isn't it? They are after me, aren't they? Oh, they've lost me now. Excellent. Right, so I'm an anomaly. I'm not part of the program. I must be eliminated. To be fair, given my reputation, Not surprised. Okay, so I've done most of these. What else have we got? Okay, get those as well. I think combat missions used to be limited to the mercenary skill. How odd how prevalent they are in this case. Yeah, scanning, photography, archaeology and things like that. So that sort of all makes sense to me. I'm a bit surprised. Ah, that sounds like I've managed to... Yeah, it looks like I managed to do it. That's good. Right, let's see if we can get back to the spaceship without the sentinels shooting us to pieces. I'm looking forward to going back to my base building stuff that we were doing before, because that's much more No Man's Sky to me. This kind of isn't No Man's Sky almost. And what I do want to do once this expedition has completed, we've got the reward. I do want to go. I want to go back and start playing the Artemis and the Atlas lore story. Because space rescue. Done enough space rescue today. You're on your own. I haven't done the underwater bases. I do want to try that actually. That sounds like a lot of fun as well. So I do want to go and do the story next. I think we've left it long enough that I should go and do the story. And I was following the Artemis path, I think, before, so it might be worth us a little refresher of that. So hopefully we can get this mission stuff done. Yeah, so in hindsight, I should have done a few of these on the way through. Whoever suggested that was definitely on the money. Because this doesn't feel as good. And this UI being very slightly bugged is annoying as well. There we go. Right, is there anything here? No, these are just for key missions. So again, now we've got to jump back to a Korvax planet. That one will do. Let's try and go there. Is the Nautilon a sort of submarine? I don't know if I've tried that one because I haven't built an underwater base. Can't remember if I tried that or not. At least the saving grace in this is you can move around fast. I mean, you know, I feel now I'm kind of this is almost slightly exploity in the sense that I'm basically trying to force. See, look, there's another thought-provoking analysis, which is okay. So we'll just go do that. But I'm kind of almost now trying to force the RNG to give me what I want, aren't I? Which is, in my head, is taking me out of the game a bit. So yeah, so I think definite feedback for Hello Games on this one is that this is not this is not the way to do No Man's Sky. So I'm just a little bit surprised because they're normally completely. Oh, they're not. We'll go there. We'll go there. There we are. They're usually very on the ball with this sort of stuff. and this isn't them. This isn't their normal play. Bit surprised. But anyway, we'll keep rocking. Let's make the most of it. See what interesting planets we end up seeing, because that's always the nice thing. I do get a thrill every time we come out into a new system as to what's going to be here, because it does usually send you to quite interesting places. Well, this one was right on the far side of the planet, wasn't it? Well, this doesn't look like a nice planet, does it? Oh, this looks thoroughly unpleasant from up here. Look, the atmosphere is like superheated. Really thick, horrible cloud. Oh, actually no. And then we've come through what seems to be like a really horrible kind of atmosphere. Still flickering flames and stuff, but actually maybe not as bad as we thought, although it's just smoke everywhere. Okay, yeah, it's not a nice planet, is it? But so we need seven things, so we can rattle through these reasonably quickly, but it's now everything's on fire. It's a fiery, burny planet. Yeah, no, that's a very good call, actually. Robbie the Rocket. Always read through the phases before I start. I sort of did do that. I suppose I was scanning a little bit ahead, but not necessarily all the way ahead. That's surely a plant, yeah. Okay, organic object. That one's not identified. That's 5. That should be 6. Yes, this isn't a nice planet. There we go. I think that's the last one. And the living ship quest is very good. Yeah, see, I quite fancy that. Just set fire to my ship. This isn't a nice planet. Everything's on fire. Yeah. So I should have. You know, done a few missions along the way rather than trying to do them all at the end. But that's not really how the expedition is structured, though, isn't it? Because normally each step of the expedition is a small, discrete piece of activity. That's what we've always had before. So to have one component of the 5th piece like this to be so big a thing is still surprising, I think. Pete SB says, if you read your YouTube comments, I told you about Mission 22. I probably did read it, Pete, but apologies, I've probably forgotten again. So if you did give me some advice, apologies, yeah, for not following up on it. I probably did think about it, but then I get distracted by things. That was using the autopilot again. I'd like to try the living ship thing, actually. That sounds fun, because I quite fancy having a living ship. That does sound like a good thing to do. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. Right, come on, Mr. Mission Agent. What was his name? Mission Agent what? Was it? I thought it said Slag. What's his name? Oh, Stieg. That was quite funny. Right, there you go. We've done some thought-provoking analysis. Have we got anything? No, I don't want to kill creatures. Dangerous. Okay, hang on. Let me just read the mission description. Right. The client seeks to curb the creature population. They seek the aid of a bold explorer willing to brave the jaws of each and every creature that comes their way. The explorer must be able to prove they made the kill, not just happen across a corpse. So that's not a really good reason. All they want to do is somebody wants less creatures. It doesn't seem like a good reason for killing critters, does it? So how are we doing? Expedition wise, let's just have a look. I don't think we're even halfway, are we? Oh, we are halfway. Look, 8 out of 16. So I thought, I've done 6 this evening. It's not bad, is it? I suppose. Oh, don't forget to purchase another slot. Okay, I'll go and do that. Where is it? That's over here, isn't it? Yay. Thanks for that tip. Well done. Isn't this how your typical 19th century explorer? I suppose it is, actually. Let's go get some specimens of the dodo. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, they seem to have gone extinct. Yeah, how did that happen? Don't know. Never mind, eh? Let's go to another island and go and choose it. Why did I fly out of the space station? To pick up a mission. My brain's fading. It's getting late in the evening. That's the problem. You should be able to use the cabinet twice as you have a free upgrade inventory. Oh, do I? Okay, let me just go back over there again. Where's that? Where am I? Oh, there I am. Oh, I got a bit confused there. Oh, that's right. My ship is sort of parked in front of the ramp. Couldn't see where the ramp was. But we're thinking, hang on, didn't we just see you? There we go. That's definitely... Okay, now we're done. Good. Right. Okay, so actually all I want to do is warp to the other Korvax space station, isn't it? Let's see what they've got. How often does the mission rejig itself? Is that like every few minutes it will update, or is it the same for each sort of session or something? Because if I go out of the space station and come back in again, does it reset, or do I need to jump systems for it to reset? How does the RNG work? Does anybody know? Just wondering what I need to do to flip the mission board. Not that I should be thinking along those lines, but you start to if the game gets a bit too annoying. Right, let's go track over here. So here's another gun. Give us something. Give us something different. I don't mind. Oh, let's see. Kill creatures again. Yeah. You have to kill these animals into labour. They're dangerous, but you never leave the space. Yeah, that's right. I was going to say that. Why are they? So that he's not giving me any. Don't go kill. I don't mind going to kill the sentinels because I'd like to go kill the sentinels because they're annoying. I'm quite happy killing sentinels. Let's go back to the space station. I believe the mission board lasts until it forgets you visited the system. Let's see. Oh, this is Mission Agent Stieg. Oh no, that's a mercenaries mission. So why can't that be an exploration one? So I don't really want to kill 15 dangerous creatures. It's not giving me a good reason for killing the creatures really, other than just there's too many of them. Let's try that one again. That's why we're on the space station. Yes, we're sending you off to do the dangerous stuff. We don't want to do the dangerous stuff. Oh. What have you got for us? Anything. Kill for bolt. Oh, see that? It's just another. Just kill the creatures. The client seeks trophies which will decorate the base. I mean, there's a reason this time. They're unable to venture planet side due to a medical condition, but that people will explore away their calls. Yeah, so that's an even worse reason for killing creatures, isn't it? Why can't I go kill some sentinels in the name of exploration? I'm surprised it's not giving me missions like dig up some space bones or things like that. Let's try that one. Let's just jump about. These descriptions aren't helping the way I thought. No, those things are kind of the wrong way around. It's like, let's put some trophies on the wall. No. That's not really my ethos. Let's kill some critters and stick their heads on the wall. No. I want to be able to do something exploration-y. And it's surprising because No Man's Sky is normally really good at this, and this is. Oh, okay, so this one's a different one. Here we go. Level 1 Explorers Guild mission. Ahead of the curve, collect some pyrite. That's kind of not exploration, but it's different. Right, okay, well that's something. Right, so we've got to go and get some pyrite. What's pyrite? Pyrite is fool's gold, isn't it? Oh, the horrors. Yeah, they're just horrible, aren't they? Just pretend the creatures are sentinels. Now, see, that's how the old 19th century explorers got away with it. Yeah, we have to kill these things because they're bad. Okay, now we're looking for some pyrite then. What's the chance of one of these planets having some pyrite on it? Rusted metal. None of the planets here do. Surprise, surprise. Oh, check the store for pyrite before you leave. Okay, that's a very good top tip. Yes. Where will I find pyrite? Is it going to show up on one of those scans? Explorers Guild actually wants to do the exploration themselves. They're hiring you to do the work they don't want to do. Yeah. So actually, we're doing all the exploration stuff. You go off and do the killing that we don't want to do. Gold refines into pyrite, so you can refine gold into fool's gold. This feels kind of the wrong way around, but okay, let's see what's on in the actual terminal. Yep, let's check that. That is a very good call. He's probably thinking, how? So the irony, if there is some here, you could just say to the bloke, if you just went next door, you'll be fine. P for pyrite. No, there isn't any here. But you say gold does. I sold all my gold there, didn't I? And there isn't any gold here, but there might be some in the asteroid belt, so I suppose I could go and do that. So gold refines to pyrite. You refine it by removing the gold, yeah. I always think it's funny when games try to do pseudoscience stuff. I mean, in No Man's Sky it doesn't bother me at all because it's all just sort of silly made up stuff. And at least most of the things in the game kind of look kind of like they do in real life. So, you know, gold looks goldy and silver looks silvery. Is there some gold of these here rocks? Oh, there's silver. I want some gold. Give me some gold. Platinum. It's gonna be it. I don't want that though. Let's get rid of these fireworks because I don't need them. Chromatic metal copper we got. Oh, look, just all I want is some gold. Honest, must be some gold in here somewhere. It's just giving me silver now. It's just you know when you feel like the game is trolling you a bit. It's like, oh, you want gold? Oh, there's some gold. There we go. I don't know how much gold I needed, but quite a lot. Oh, use a discovery scanner. Okay, good call. How do I find? These are the planets I've. Okay, you mean go down the list? How many systems I've visited there? See, I didn't scan everything, did I? So that's going to take me just as long, I think. Let's try the gold route. That's a bit wrong. Just going to shoot stuff until I've got lots of gold. Because I haven't shot some asteroids for a while, so. Haven't flown for an asteroid today, have I? Go into the catalogue and pin the pyrite. Okay. Pyrite. Oh, there it is. There we go. Locate pyrite. Oh, I see. Yes, you can use that, can't you? So how does that work? Does it? Where's it going to tell me where to go? In the galaxy map. Okay. So, all right. Let's try that way. Now use the map. Yeah. Okay. So current mission. Free explore. Galactic core current mission. Ah, path selected. Okay, so that's sort of implying. So how do I know where? How do I know where some indium is? Is this just telling me that any of these destinations, like that one for example, will have some pyrite in? No, I've lost where I was. Oh, that's where I was. Okay. So, just there. Right, okay, the green line wasn't very clear. Well, there we go. Right, I found it. Okay. I think I understand how that works now. It shows the icon in the description. Yeah, thanks, Julia. I think I slowly and painfully figured that out. Okay, so somewhere in this system there will be a pyrite planet. That's what you're saying. Which is good. Okay, so that's not got it. This one has got magnetized ferrets on it. Looks like there's a planet behind there, which I can't see at the moment. There's one over there. So that one hasn't got it either. So how do you locate it then? Copper, rusted metal and salt. This one doesn't have it either, according to that. Oh, there's more planets. Rusted metal and salt. And then there's that one. Pyrite. There it is. No, don't go to the space station. I want to go to the green planet. There we go. Right. Okay. So now I can go and mine some pyrite. Okay. Cool. So that's something at least. At least the game allows you to hunt for things. Using the sort of the map like that. That is good. Do I feel like an explorer? So this is better. I've got to hunt for something. So yes, this is become fun again, which is nice. I think I'm just going to have to finish up this mission and then we'll be done for the day. So hopefully I can get... Where did we get to? Did we get to 8 out of 16? So I might have to see if I can sneak a bit in the week so we can make sure we definitely finish up next week. When does the expedition run out, by the way? Okay, now I've got to find some pyrite down on this very inhospitable looking kind of a place. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that though. That was worth it right at the end of the stream. Look at that view. Oh, doesn't that look awesomely super sci-fi? That looks like a book cover, doesn't it? That is amazing. Okay, so 4th of April, so I've not that long, have I? Oh, that just looks insanely good though, that does. That is nice. That's exploration. That's very nice. I'm happy with that. Right. We need to find some pyrite. So of course we can find none whatsoever. Copper deposit, copper deposit, copper deposit, salt deposit, copper deposit. Guess what, guys? No pyrite at all. Right, tell you what, let's summon our critter, because he was jolly good at this. The Robodogus. The Robodogus is back. Yes. Hello, little fella. How you doing? Yeah. Have an ion battery, because I know you like them. Oh, look, it lights up when you get it right. Yes, I know. We've got to go and find. Let's ride our Dogus off into the thing. Wait, turn around. I don't want to ride off to the sunset. I want to ride off there. And go. Robodogus is back. I do like the Robodogus. Ah! Oh, that was quite a impressive piece of Robodoggusing. He's a cool. Oh, now it's getting dark. Now the sun is setting on the wacky planet. Right, stop. Okay. Have we got any more? No sign of any outcrops. Let's keep the Dogus going. It's quite a vista though, isn't it? I'm very pleased about that. Robodogus is back doing his thing. He's totally useful at this. Right, stop there, Robodogus. Copper deposit. I like the way I can scan when I'm walking, or the Robodogus is walking. Where is the pyrite? Let's have a look in this valley. Maybe there's something down there. Well, it's quite a deep hole, isn't it? Still no sign of any pyrite anywhere. Oh no, we got lucky. There's one over there. Come on, Robodogus. We've got to get up the hill there. Where did it go? There it is over there. Okay, turn around. We don't want to go down to that valley because that looks really. Look at this. That looks like a massive hole in the ground. Rarer than gold, the pyrite. Yeah, the pyrite seems, ironically, seems to be very rare. Oh, well, there it is. Okay, so let's mine this out then. Right. Terrain manipulator, and then switch Alt. I want to change the size to small, don't I? And then mine. There we go. The Robodogus wouldn't mind getting out of the way. Hopefully there's enough here to satisfy our man. Robodogus has done good. It's just like a Labrador. He's always in the way. He is a proper Dogus. He looks more like he's more like a horse, I suppose, really, because yeah, he's big enough to ride. There's not many dogs you can actually ride, of course, but nor should you. But he just acts like a Labrador. He's always in the way. I think I've almost mined that out. Judging by that, how much pyrite have I actually got? 205. How much do I need? Let's go back and find out why. I need 250. Really? Right, sorry, Robodogus. We need to find some more. Where are you? Let's head over there. I don't want to go down there. Look, that's just stupidly deep there. I kind of looking over the edge of my monitor as if I can see over the lip. That's just insanely. Oh, don't tell me there's a deposit down there. There is as well. Oh, we've got to go down there in order to get it. Alright, come on, Robodogus. We're going down into the valley, find out what's down there. So actually this is good. I am now exploring. So we've got to go down there to get to the pyrite deposit, which is going to give our camera a slightly awkward time because it's very, very steep. I hope the Robodogus will be okay. He seems happy enough. It's like on the side of a. He's got like super grippy legs. Now I could be able to mine it here though, because it's right on the side. He's doing a good job. Oh, look there. No, right. Hang on, I'm going to have to try and stick. Right, okay. This is going to be tricky. Okay, so somehow I'm managing to stick to the side of the wall, but I'm going to have to. There we go. Okay. Hopefully, I don't need to mine too much of this to get. The game is just. You're just giving me fun today. 3 minute later has run out of ferrets. Oh yeah, give it some magnetised ferrets. There we go. Right, let's just. How are we doing? Almost there. Yes, right, we've done that. Now I've got to get back out of here. The easiest way to do that is for me to thrust up. And then Doggers can find his own way, can't he? Hopefully we can. Oh, it's a long way up to the top. Mag boots. That's what we need. Yeah. Mag boots that work on rocks. The amazing magic power of mag boots. Oh, it's a long way up this, isn't it? Where's my Doggers? Where's he gone? I've lost my Doggers now. Oh, well, summon him when I get to the top. That's where he's gone. He's Robo Mountain Goat as he is, isn't he? Right, we're on top of the mountain. Excellent. Right, where's the Robodoggers gone? Oh, I dismissed him. Oh no, I didn't want you to dismiss. Where were you? Come back. Here we go. He's feeling good. Just as well, because you've got a long walk back now to the spaceship, which is somewhere over there. Go. Gotta keep Robodoggers. He's the best thing that happened actually in the last episode, was having the Robodog. Because he's a superb long distance runner, is our Robodog. And gets you places nice and fast. They're not mag boots, but boots with adaptive gecko grip soles. There's something like that going on, isn't there? That won't take us too long, fortunately, to get back. So, whoop, went straight through that cactus. What's that thing over there? Is that the? Oh, that's the mission. Yeah, okay. So I wonder why there was a cabinet there. Don't go down the hole in the ground, Robodoggers. Quite an interesting planet, actually. It was a long way from the ship, though, wasn't it? There it is. Well done, Robodoggers. You did good. Oh, floating crystals. Oh, those are different. Can we go there too? Right, over there. Well done, Robodoggers. Alright, we'll see you later, my friend. I'm going to dismiss you this time. Do it properly. Oh, that says, oh, goodbye. It's quite cute. Right, okay, let's get back to this mission. Finish this one off. Let's just have one last look at that vista. Is that planet still there? Oh yeah, there it is there. Look, it looks completely different at night, which is quite cool. And there's a firestorm. Shame when you find a really, really nice planet and then it's beset by some sort of really, really bad weather condition. They're like, it's a nice place other than the vicious hailstorms that kill you. Other than that, it's really nice. Yeah. Deliver goods. Oh, it appears to be on the surface of the planet. Or is it just behind the planet? No, it is actually. It's down here. What's going on? Okay, so it actually wants me to deliver the goods down here. That's different. Oh, to a great big enormous space thing. Cool. Okay, well let's go here then. This all looks very murky. Oh, it's because there's a storm here as well. Okay. So where do I go? Oh, there. Okay. So I just have to sell it. A client delivery presented. It's a lockbox. There we are. Fair enough. Okay. Ooh, don't fire the gun. So, with a bit of luck, okay. So return to the mission agent. Okay, no. So now I've got to return to mission agent as well, have I? Oh, I have. This is like an extra stage to the mission. Now I've got to hand the mission in. Now I've actually done the thing. Right, yep. Okay. Back to the space station, of course, yeah. Nice ring planet. Can't complain about that. It's just it. Ow! Ship keeps running out of puff. Use the entire fuel tank. just to give out. Pulse engine. Have some tritium. There you go. Engage. It's one thing I'm surprised you. I mean, at least it's really, common to find in the asteroid belts and stuff. But they have phones in this galaxy, yeah. But at least fuel is one of those things you should be able to buy at a fuel station. There's lots of things in the future that have gone missing, aren't they? Like fuel stations, telephones, communication devices. Oh, really? Leave me alone. Just want to get home. Oh, I'm going to make it. I'm just going to hide in the space station. Yeah, but you're too late. I'm at the space station. Can't catch me. I'm inside. Yeah, lots of things that have gone missing. Autopilots. They've gone missing. If I think of things like Star Trek, circuit breakers. Circuit breakers have been forgotten. Really, really big high voltage cables are stuck in all sorts of close proximity to people aboard space stations and starships, so that when things short circuit, they really, really short circuit. There aren't any fuses. There aren't any seat belts. What happened to all that tech? Maybe there was a great technological loss at some point in the in the distant future of all these space shows. Who knows? It's a weird one, isn't it? Right, hand in the mission. There's the part, right? Excellent. Right, so what have we got here? These are GEC missions. So suspicious samples. Well, I suppose I might as well load that one up for next week, since there isn't a time limit on it. Handrails. Maybe they got rid of petrol stations because of health and safety issues. Yeah. Who knows? Right. So how are we doing overall? How far did we get? Well, we got somewhere. But look how much time that's taken. The entire gaming session, and then we've managed to get to 9. And I've got 7 more to do. So I'll try and get a bit of those done in the week. So we've got a fighting chance of completing that for the next stream. And then we can use next stream to actually finish it off. But that's way out of whack for the rest of the expedition, isn't it? And when you compare some of the things we did last week with the planet, the fauna, and the flying around and bizarre life forms, the robo-doggers, and the that gas sentience thing that we had, those were all really amazing experiences. Whereas this is just play the mission system for a while. So it's too much. So feedback given to Hello Games, don't do that again. Very bad. But there we go. Never mind. Anyway, hopefully that is my last task. It's the last thing I have to do, and then I can finish. But I just need to keep doing these missions, which is a bit of a shame. But there we go. Anyway, I hope we've managed to get some amusement out of that. We'll try and do some. I'll try and get a bit of that done in the week, so we don't have to do quite so much on stream. Then see what the end game is like, and then we'll go back and we'll start doing the lore again, the Artemis and the Atlas path, and see what the universe is actually all about. So let's find out what that is. Anyway, my friends, fantastic. Thank you very much for your company once again today. I will be back tomorrow with some Star Citizens. Oh, I've got to save. Yes, good point. Let me jump in my ship. And but yes, back tomorrow with Star Citizen. Back on Saturday with some retro games. We'll continue with Wing Commander 5. We'll crack on from there. Back on Monday, obviously. So have yourself a good rest of the week. We're almost at Friday, almost there, my friends. Be good. Keep an eye on yourself. Just gra interlopers. So, and do better next time. Hello Games. Yes, we were slightly disappointed with that. To be fair, I think slightly disappointed, but never mind. We made the best of it. That's the main thing. Anyway, take care, my friends. See you soon. Be good. Look after yourselves, and have a good Friday. See you tomorrow if you're going to be around. See you on Saturday if you're going to be around. Otherwise, have a great weekend. I'll see you soon. Be good. Take care, and gra commanders or interlopers. No, what am I saying? Commanders, interlopers, gra, etc. See you soon.